This is a heartbreaking account of a father saying goodbye to his daughter from a reporter in the Donetsk People's Republic in Gorlovka. The man is sending his wife and daughter on a refugee bus to Russia, but Ukraine's fake factory has turned the story inside out, and now this man is said on Western media to be a Ukrainian fighting against Russia. This fake piece was created by a major fake news producing Telegram channel, SafeUA Creo. Its administrators say that its team consists of 4,700 experts who create and spread fake information on social media, both in Russia and abroad.
As a rule, it's a network of channels. There is a master channel that provides instructions, what to do, where to boost traffic. There are theme-oriented channels, designer channels, copyrighted channels that produce texts, and so on. There are also repositories of ready content. They have thousands of ready-made items to choose from.
It's so much more difficult to see the truth from the lies when the lies are presented as official news by state media, the media that people trust. Fake announcements of $80 in compensation for each dead soldier, of no money on the payroll or frozen bank deposits. Producing such fake pieces takes mere minutes. Just write a false news piece, supply a recognizable picture, a well-known TV channel's logo, and your fake is ready.
Producing such fake pieces can cost just about $10 each, especially the most basic ones, made like a meme. They use an image or a video, add some catchy words, and the meme is ready. They can dump it into the repository or reuse it from there.
Another $70 to promote one fake piece on social media is mere pennies compared with the overall funding this massive disinformation campaign is really spending.
Almost $62.5 million has been spent to fund the disinformation campaign, i.e. the production and dissemination of fake news on social media in our country.
Experts believe this money can fund dozens, even hundreds of thousands of fake pieces, and it does.
Hi, Mom. It's me. Well, I don't know where I am. I've been taken prisoner.
A young man wearing camouflage without an insignia calls himself a Russian prisoner of war, allegedly talking to his mother. He even sheds a tear. In reality, he's a soldier with the Ukrainian armed forces from Cherkasy region and an actor. He's acting on camera. This footage has been falsified to show destroyed Russian military machinery. The letter Z was produced by computer graphics technology and applied over the footage. They take a clip shot back in 2014 in Donbass or one shot in Ukraine in 2019 and make a present-day video out of it.
There are tools out there to feed a frame from a video to Yandex Images or Google Images and find out it's an old video made 5 years ago in Lugansk, rather than a recent one from around Kharkov. But it's time-consuming, you have to be motivated, and it doesn't help really. You still absorb the message.
Sowing fear among Russians is one of the aims of the fake factory, mothers of soldiers in particular. Even the most awful lies will do. The end justifies the means.
Every day or two, some impactful fakes emerge. They want to destabilize society. They are not shy about using even the filthiest lies. In one case, there was a sermon praying for a whole regiment supposedly killed. A lot of people saw it. How did it happen? A woman came, submitted a note, made a donation, and asked to pray for a killed regiment.
It's a way of spreading panic, a catchy title, and a curator in a Telegram chat telling us to put this picture. But the link leads to a 2016 Tolyatti news website, and the people in the picture are lining up for insurance payments.
It takes half an hour to create one. Then it spreads on its own. So there's no point in proving it's fake. In 5 minutes there'll be another one, and then another one, and yet another.
But not all fakes require editing and creating new content. Sometimes it's enough to simply change the caption for real photos or videos. A brave girl from Palestine was called a brave girl from Ukraine by the creators of the fake, and an Israeli soldier became Russian. Original footage from the Israeli-Palestinian conflict in 2012 was turned into a fake with almost 1 million views. In this one, a girl in Danish military fatigues was passed off as Zelensky's wife, like she took a gun and went off to defend her country. The photo was taken from this website. It was made on August 20th, 2021. A NATO delegation was participating in a parade in Kiev. The Ukrainian fake factory is sent to the front line, even Mr. Zelensky himself. The only problem, he didn't go anywhere, so they had to take a December 2021 photo. The things you have to do to fool your own people.
They produce comics for the masses about their victories. how great the situation is, and so on. Only Hollywood can rival in their stupidity. They despise their people, and they don't care much about them, if you ask me.
Sometimes propaganda requires the death of your own people. Kiev has buried soldiers from Snake Island alive, killed by Russians, they said, awarded them posthumously even, and pretended the soldiers off the Russian warship before dying, although soon it was revealed that nobody died and no obscenities were said.
Откуда вы? Выходил ли кто-то из вас на связь с русским кораблем? И никто не посылал?
But the fake, like many others, went viral, even after it was debunked.
The simplest answer would be that it benefits the unconstructive part of Ukrainians. I mean the SBU, the Special Operations Forces, the Ministry of Digital Transformation, and they also have this special agency, the Center of Informational and Psychological Operations, CIPSO, the so-called 72nd Center of the Ukrainian Armed Forces, which specializes in spreading disinformation. But in a broader sense, it benefits the West, the collective West.
Un avión ruso bombardea una población.
If you need evidence, just watch a fragment of a program on Spanish TV. The presenter is talking about peaceful towns in Ukraine getting shelled by the Russian troops, but the footage is taken from a computer game. You can even see its name in the bottom left-hand corner, video game Arma 3. However, foreign journalists do not seem to care.
All that is shown in the Western media is shown from one perspective only, the Ukrainian perspective. And they legitimize it. That is, they present it and say, it's true, our sources in Ukraine show that Russians are shelling residential areas, killing women and children. They also produce a stream of news hooks and fakes for the Western media, which the latter then launder, legitimize and present to their audience.
So the fakes serve four purposes: to frighten Russia, to reassure Ukraine, to alarm the West, and to make money.
All sorts of phishing files, called the list of subversive and reconnaissance groups with photos, are circulating. Click on it. You click, and then various scenarios are possible. But mostly it involves stealing your passwords and data.
Более того, они еще и зарабатывают.
What is more, they also make money from the data traffic. And they fund certain things for the Ukrainian army with this traffic money. There are people who know how to create content, and they know how to advertise, how to receive traffic and monetize it. Now, practically all of them. They didn't hesitate to resort to propaganda before, and now practically all of them have teamed up to generate fakes aimed at Russia.
Indeed, Ukraine is full of SMM advertising agencies and internet marketing companies whose services were sought out by Russians as well. Messaging bots on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, and Telegram were time bombs, and now they've gone off. They've started sending fakes all over the web.
They create different content for each segment of the audience. That is, they target narrow groups, specific segments. And as for the algorithms they use for the videos, the core principle is repetition, as many repeats as possible.
Especially when it comes to calls for riots in Russia. This is one of the main focuses of the Ukrainian fake factory. These banners are commissioned for mass-targeted advertising in the Russian segment of the internet, and people are not just encouraged to take to the streets, they are urged to fight the police. We found one of the artists who coined such incitements to commit a crime. This is Lilia Valko from Lvov. She used to design business cards, now she designs fakes. And this is perhaps one of the leaders of the information war against Russia, Alexander Slobozhenko from Kiev. His media company, Traffic Devils, is buying ads en masse on all Facebook, Instagram, TikTok and Google platforms to implant his malicious creations.
Roskomnadzor and the Russian prosecutor's office are doing the right thing. There are a lot of fakes on Facebook. It refuses to remove them. It doesn't want to cooperate. So shut it down, and that's it. The platform has shown that it works for the enemy. Well, shut it down then. If you'd have to deal with each fake individually, imagine that someone dumps a pile of rubbish on you. Will you try to catch every little piece and deal with it? What's the point?
We were not quite ready for this, although the Civic Chamber warned us that those platforms, the Western social networks, did not belong to us. As soon as they get an order, they will start purging us. It cannot be allowed to happen. We must develop our own system. We cannot afford to rely on 80% of Western services. Well, now we see that we have to readjust our information policy on the fly. We have to set up our own structures. And this work has been underway for the last few years.
Some of them are already up and running: the non-profit organization Dialogue, the portal about the socio-economic situation in Russia, the Telegram channel dedicated to countering dubious publications, the war on fakes, and there will be more to protect us from lies.